offer free prescription delivery, mail-out service, and gladly answer your healthcare questions. Flu shots, the new Moderna COVID boosters, plus Shingrix shots with your doctor's prescription are also available at Hixenbaugh's. Call 724-437-2828. Hixenbaugh's Drugstore, 304 Morgantown Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday till 3, closed Sunday.
Go to Fort of Uniontown and trade me in. Greetings, lads.
John Clinton with Dominic Carbone from President Award-winning Ford of Uniontown.
In March, we're shaking up the Shamrocks with discounted prices on select models and St. Patty Day specials all month. Place a factory order and receive an instant savings in addition to any incentives or rebates. So let the shenanigans begin and pick your clover from the patch.
You don't need the luck of the Irish with our Ford of Uniontown Rapid Checkout to make your purchase easy. We now offer online quick lane appointments in addition to pickup and delivery to make servicing your vehicle as smooth as Irish whiskey. Have a car in your driveway you just don't need? We'll buy your vehicle even if you don't buy a vehicle from us.
So give it a lash and stop, click, or call and visit your friends at President Award-winning Ford of Uniontown.
Dom the Leprechaun knows, shouldn't you? And remember, who's your Paddy?
That's Ford of Uniontown across from Applebee's, 724-425-5980 or FordofUniontown.com.
Your local station, WMBS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
From the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios at your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM. This is What's on Your Mind, the Phil and Bill Show, brought to you by
the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, Coldwell Banker Ridge Realty, Chestnut Ridge Counseling.
We're 1 minute into the show, and you're already destroying the equipment.
The Marcos Bistro and Cantina, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, Fayette County District Attorney Rich Bauer, and Southwestern Gastrointestinal Specialist, SWGI, now part of U.S. Digestive Health. Well, you gave me a new mic, Bill. You got me all screwed up, that's all.
Oh, yeah. So, you know, it's a poor workman that blames his equipment.
It's the executive producer's fault. Welcome to the show. Today we have some very special guests with us. We have the cast of Matilda from Uniontown High School, and we have another guest with us, former talk show host, former WMBS employee, and now you are the director of this event?
Co-director.
Co-director. We have Chuck Durso with us. Chuck, you want to introduce the cast here?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, before I introduce them, I just want to let you know that I warned them before they came here, don't break anything. But I guess I don't have to worry about that now,
right,
because the precedent has been set.
Right.
We have, going down the line from where I am, we have Ariana Frankenfield, who is playing the role of Miss Trunchbull, who is the mean, evil headmistress of the school. She's the antagonist of the production. And she is a senior at Uniontown High School. Also a senior is Claire White next to her, and Claire is Miss Honey, who is the not evil, not mean, but sweet teacher, hence the name, Miss Honey, right, who befriends Matilda. And then all the way over there on the end, we have Christian DeVinson. He is a junior at Uniontown High School, and he is playing the role of Matilda's father, who is, I don't know, maybe not evil, but not necessarily nice. Right? Not the nicest father figure to young Matilda. So there's our cast.
Bill?
Yes.
Did you have something to say?
Well, why don't you explain what the play or the musical is about, Matilda?
Well, again, Matilda is, and you guys can jump in at any time here if you want to fill in and help me out here, anything I miss. But Matilda is about a young girl who is extremely bright at the young age of 5 or 6 years old. She can do complex math problems. She has read novel upon novel upon novel. She's really, really smart. Her parents don't quite get her because they're not as cultured as she is, to be nice about it. And so they ship her off to this school where the headmistress tries to break down the kids and is very, very mean to them. And during the course of Matilda's stay there, she discovers that she has some powers and the ability to do some kind of supernatural things. And from there, the hijinks begin. You got to come to see what
Okay,
happens
and
after
speaking of coming to see it, when is it going to be mounted?
in a couple of hours. We're starting here. Mic checks are about 2 hours away, and then we'll start getting ready. We opening night is tonight, 7 o'clock. Tickets still available. You can get them online, or you can also just come to the door. That's going to be fine. We have a huge auditorium, so there will be seats available. Although I will say that by the way, tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday, 3 nights, 7 o'clock each night. And I will say that so far, our ticket sales are the highest they've ever been for a show that we've done here, at least in recent memory. So we're real excited about the crowds that are going to be showing up. But tickets are still available.
So let's go down the line here. Ariana, right?
Yes.
Ariana, is this your first production?
This is my third production musical production at Uniontown High School.
How did you get involved?
My freshman year, I first started off doing one acts with Mr. Durso. That's kind of his forte there. And he asked me, he was like, "Are you auditioning for the musical?" And I was like, "Heck yeah, I am." And I went in there with the attitude. I was like, "Oh yeah, I got this in the bag." I was an ensemble, nothing too big. The year after that was our COVID year, so it was really difficult. You know, it was a very small cast. I didn't make it in that year, but last year I was Grandma Adams in the Adams Family.
Okay.
That was awesome.
And what are you going to do? You're a senior, right?
I
So
am
what's
a senior.
next for you?
My next step is to go to University of Texas, majoring in psychology.
Wow, University of Texas.
She's going to one of the greatest cities in the South, Austin. It is. They have a great facility. You know, they are also one of the top broadcasting schools in the country. So
A big music city too.
Yeah.
If you like music, and she does,
Oh, yeah.
she's going to have a blast.
you're going to get to know Willie Nelson personally.
There you go.
Probably.
So Claire, you're next. Is this your first musical?
It is not. I started doing musicals when I was 8. So
Oh, wow.
Matilda is my 17th musical and counting.
Wow. How did
Yeah.
you get into this?
I was always like really shy and like reserved as a kid, and my mom was trying to find ways to like get me to go out of my box, and she stumbled upon this summer program at a local college, and I got into it, and it's kind of history since then.
And what are you going to do next?
I'm attending St. Vincent College, and I'm majoring in marketing.
Okay. And last but not least, well, Christian, you're a junior, right?
I am.
Okay, so how did you get into your musical world?
Well, my older sister Chloe is 6 years older than me, and she did musical here the 3 years that she was here since we moved here. And it's just always been something that I thought was really neat. It's something that I've been a musician, my family's musical, and it was always something I just kind of assumed I would go for when I got here.
You say here, where'd you come from?
I used to live in Charleston, West Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And so, Chuck, you said you had a co-director. Who's that?
Wyatt Wilson and his wife, actually. So there's really 3 of us.
He's the band director, right?
He is the band director,
Right.
yes. And his wife is our choreographer.
Okay.
And then Mr. Wilson and I have been, I've been co-director for 6, it's my 7th musical as co-director, and he's been there with me now for 4 years that we've done this. So yeah, great partner, and we just have a blast working together. And it's fun for me to get to work with Mr. Wilson because he's a former student of mine.
Okay.
I directed him when he did musicals. So combined, we both, this is our 13th for each of us show that we've done at Uniontown, because the first one that I was involved with, I was a lighting director his freshman year.
Okay.
And ever since then, he's been in the pit, and then assistant director, and now co-director. So we've been involved for 13 years, but it's fun to get to work with somebody who I had in the classroom. So it's
How do you
it's a
pick
blessing.
How do you pick what you're going to do? Do they send you like?
Whatever's cheapest, basically.
Is that what it is?
You're not far off. No, it's difficult to choose because you have to look at your cast. You look at the kids that you have and what their strengths are, as much as maybe sometimes they'd like to think that they can do everything or do any kind of a part. Different students have different strengths and weaknesses, and so you try to examine and look and say, I think this person would fit in here, this person would fit in there. So for instance, this year we looked at what the cast of Matilda is, and we matched up with different people that we had, and we thought, I think that that this is probably what's going to work. Now then they audition, and sometimes they surprise you, and you end up making changes over who gets which parts, but you still have an idea of where you think things might go. And so you just, it's almost like those little kids games where they tried to put you can't put a round peg into a square hole, right? So you're trying to find the right pegs for the right holes.
We're talking with the cast of Matilda, Uniontown High School's musical for this season, going on this weekend. Somebody called you Mr. Durso. I'm not sure I've ever heard that before, at least in this building. Chuck Durso, Ariana Frankenfield.
That's correct.
Chuck Claire White, and Christian DeVinson.
Yep.
So far, so good. Ariana, I always hear that playing the villain is the most fun. And do you find that it just gives you a lot more fun?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. She, especially who Trunchbull is, she's completely unhinged. I mean, you don't know what she's going to say next. Even I'm in the scene, I'm delivering my lines, and I'm like, I just said that? I said that? Yeah, it's probably the most fun I've ever had playing a role.
And now, Christian, you get to play the father. So you kind of alternate between being TV dad and mean dad, right?
Or you like the commercial TV dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really an interesting balance because Mr. Wormwood is not the villain like Mrs. Trunchbull is, but he's definitely a little bit out there too, and he has a lot of villainous qualities, which are fun to play around with and find I'm fun with my wife and son, and then all of a sudden I'm this hateful, mean, yelling at my 5-year-old daughter,
And if you've never seen Matilda before, we'll just warn you, we have a little surprise that involves his character that you'll see when you come to the theater tonight. So,
have you seen Matilda, Bill?
No, I have not.
I haven't either, but I'm going to try to get there.
I have to admit, if you're looking at the streaming, I can't see Phil from here.
Let me stand up.
Normally we can give hand signals to each other.
Well, you know what's funny is Chuck spoke about his student, and you started here in '89, right?
At
Is that
the
what you
station?
said? Yeah.
Yes, 1989.
So I've told Bill this story many times. I've been involved. I've been listening to talk radio my whole life since I was a little kid. And in '89, I was in high school like you, and I would listen to him. I would leave a little bit early to get the second hour of his show because I was in school the first hour of his show, and just let me tell you, it was different. Like it was. What did you call it at the end?
I was the Master Blaster.
The Master Blaster.
Absolutely.
Have you ever heard his show, Bill?
No, I have not.
Yeah.
I think they destroyed the tapes.
I certainly hope so. And by the way, you listened to me when you were in high school? That's pretty good.
I did.
Because these guys don't listen to me now that they're in high school.
Yeah,
So,
And you're right there in the same room with them.
Exactly, right?
I don't think I should be grouped into that. I haven't had you just yet.
That's right. That's right. These two are both students, former students of mine last year. But
So do you guys all sing in the music? Everybody sings?
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, so how many people are in the actual performance?
I think
There's
it's
like-
30, isn't it?
Yeah.
I want to
Sounds
say
about
close
right.
to 30, and it's this year. We don't do this every year, but this year because of Matilda, because of the show, we actually have some young girls who are middle and elementary school.
Oh, okay.
Who are part of the cast as low as third. We have a girl from third grade,
Okay.
a couple fifth graders, a seventh grader, and eighth. Her sister
Yeah, my little
actually
sister's in the cast.
is in eighth grade, and she's in the cast. So, close to 30 all told.
That's fun. We my niece, my wife and I niece, is in 6th or 7th grade, and she was in Mary Poppins in Seneca Valley, and it's fun too to put the little kids in there. And you have a whole orchestra.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Wilson is in charge of that. He leads that, obviously, the band director, right? And so we have a 10-person pit this year. So it's a big production, and plus we have people who handle the lighting. We have a couple people who handle the lighting, people who handle the sound. A lot of folks don't realize how much goes into putting on even you think a high school musical, but
Right.
there's a lot that goes into it.
Right, right.
Claire, we haven't had a chance to ask you a question yet. You said you've done something like 322 musicals or
Yeah, around
17?
there.
Around
yeah.
Have you ever done any of the summer musicals at the State Theater?
Yeah, I did. I think it was in 2017, maybe, when they did Annie.
Oh, back when
I
you
was
were
in
little.
Annie.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
wow.
was really fun. I did Miracle on 34th Street there, but that was like a while back. I was about 9, maybe.
Yeah. So,
Um,
have you always been attracted to doing musicals?
yeah, I have. It's always just been really fun for me, and the theater is like such a place of love and happiness, and I just love being there.
That's what I always hated about doing a high school play, because I was one of the drama geeks in high school
Right.
myself. You work
No,
for
not
like
you, Bill.
you work for like 3 months. You build sets with each other. You design costumes and help each other with your lines and things like that. You really form a bond. You do 3 shows and then, well, nice to know you. Yeah.
Stop. So I'm going to stop you right there, Bill. Don't start. The emotions Saturday are going to be bad enough already. Don't get them thinking about it yet. Okay, they have Saturday to worry about that.
Well, remember, you have a cast party to go to. Too.
Right,
So,
exactly.
that's always the plus. This is What's on Your Mind, the Phil and Bill Show. We're talking to the cast of Matilda at Uniontown High School this weekend. We'll let you know you can get tickets when we come back on your local station, WMBS.
Recycle. The possibilities are endless. The City of Uniontown's next citywide cleanup is scheduled for April 22nd, 2023 from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. Mass distribution of the city's new recyclable containers will be available for distribution that day. The city's yard waste composting site is open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon, closed Sundays. The compost site is for city residents only and is located behind the Uniontown sewage treatment plant next to 84 Lumber on Romeo Lane. Accepted items are grass, leaves, small shrubs, and small branches. Plastic bags and material must be emptied and removed from the drop-off site. Railroad ties, landscape timbers, rocks, stones, bricks, metal items, garbage, and shingles are not accepted. Curbside pickup is also available on Mondays and Fridays for yard waste materials including grass, sticks, leaves, and branches. The site is under 24-hour surveillance. Violators will be cited and city code enforcement officers will be on site. For more information, please visit uniontowncity.com. You can also contact the City of Uniontown for a free new recycling container at 724-430-2900. Proof of residency required.
When you need rapid laboratory testing at a convenient location, look no further than WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital. Utilizing the latest technology and an exhaustive test menu, laboratory services at the Uniontown Hospital are capable and ready to provide patients with superior care. Fully accredited, the Uniontown Hospital lab complies with and exceeds all medical standards. The lab itself is staffed 24 hours a day, 365 days a year inside Uniontown Hospital and is prepared to handle emergency situations as they arise. Inpatient and emergency care blood work is collected daily, and outpatient laboratory services are available Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Outpatient laboratory services are also available at the Outpatient Diagnostic Center Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Once your primary care physician has ordered a blood test for you, there is no need to schedule an appointment. The hospital's outpatient lab draw services are ready to serve you.
Your mental health is your most valuable asset. With 55 years of experience serving Western Pennsylvania, Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services is ready and able to assist you with all of your mental health needs. Offering over 20 specialized treatments, open access, and just-in-time scheduling means that you receive the treatment you need in a time-conscious fashion. Chestnut Ridge Counseling now offers telehealth, mental health urgent care with immediate access to a mental health professional with no appointment necessary. Call 724-437-0729. That's 724-437-0729 for mental health urgent care at Chestnut Ridge Counseling. Outpatient care options include individual, group, and family therapies, mental health and psychiatric evaluations, and medication services. Outpatient care and services are also available for patients under the age of 18, geared towards youth-centric problems and concerns. Take control of your mental health care with Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services. Call 724-437-0729 to set up an appointment or speak immediately with a mental health professional.
Dave Lohr wants to remain your Fayette County Commissioner. Commissioners have come and gone, but real change came when Dave Lohr was elected Fayette County Commissioner. Dave left politics at the door to focus on what's best for the people of Fayette County. The county is changing from here at home to Pittsburgh to Harrisburg to Washington. They're noticing things are looking up for Fayette County, and businesses are noticing too, and that's good for everyone. keep Dave Laura, your Fayette County Commissioner.
Paid for by the Dave Lore campaign.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
The local station WMBS. What's on your mind with Phil and Bill and a full house here? I think that would be the way to describe it. We have some of the cast of Matilda. Uniontown High School is presenting it over the weekend. The Mr. Durso is here with Ariana, Claire, and Christian, all members of the cast. One more time before we run out of time. When is the play? When can you get tickets? Where can you order tickets?
Tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday at 7 o'clock each night, there is a website that address I always forget.
Showtix for you.
That's why we brought the kids. And so if you click on there, showtixforyou.com. The number four. The number
Tix,
four.
T-I-X.
Thank you. There you go. Not the Lyme disease kind. And if you go on there, you can order your tickets online. You can buy them at the door. It's going to be fine. Uniontown, we have a very large auditorium at Uniontown. We see 1,200 people, so there will be seats available if you just come to the school. Either way works. And again, doors will open at 6:30 this evening. Showtime 7 o'clock.
And I'm sure you said it, but I'll ask you, how much are the tickets?
$15.
And under 12 online?
12 online. That's right. Yeah, $15 if you buy them at the. See, I'd be lost without them.
Right, exactly.
It's $15.
You're still using a flip phone, you know.
Hey.
He has a smartphone now.
Oh,
This is a recent development.
Well, welcome to the 21st century.
The kids are so proud of me. So it's $15 at the door. If you buy them online, it'll be $12. Plus, there's a little service charge for getting them online, but it's still less than $13. So.
Yeah, and it's a whole night of entertainment and fun. Plus, you're supporting the local students,
Exactly.
the local drama department, and this is your income. This is what you operate on. So and
Yes.
it's such a great thing. This is such a great community in supporting things like this.
Yes, and we were talking during the commercial break. One of the things that our cast really enjoys doing is over the past few years we've tried to cooperate and work in conjunction with our colleagues at Laurel Highlands and Albert Gallatin High School. Laurel Highlands put their show on. They did Chicago 2 weeks ago, and the casts of AG and our cast went to their final dress rehearsal so that you get to perform one time in front of kind of a live audience before you go on for real. And then they came to our final dress rehearsal last night. And then next week, Albert Gallatin is doing Shrek, and us and Laurel Highlands will go to theirs. So the kids get to know each other that way, and some friendships are formed there as well. Kids that they have something in common with, other lovers of theater. So we try to support one another in that way.
So, Christian, what is something that a blooper? Give us a blooper that's happened in the rehearsals. There has to be a blooper.
Well, we were talking.
Some rehearsals are all bloopers. You know?
Well, we don't talk about those ones.
No.
But even just yesterday, a lot of the set designs they work really well when they work right. And there was a really emotional scene yesterday that we were getting ready for. Everybody was doing a great job, and I went to move the TV off of the set, and it just kind of fell. Not all the way over, but I could not figure out how to move this thing after this point. And so I got a little bit of a nervous laugh, but it was a little bit out of place. That was the first blooper that came to mind.
By the way, was that a real TV or one of those cardboard TVs they use on the sets?
It's a real TV. I don't know if it works.
No, it does. It's a real old TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's an antique.
Yes.
So I don't remember. I was in 2 or 3 plays when I was in school, not musicals. I can't sing. but I don't remember which one it was. But I was in one where somebody was supposed to hit me over the head with a gun, and the gun. This was a long 30-some years ago. The props were so we had a lead gun, Bill, and the person who hit me over the head with a gun knocked me out. And we were live on the stage. I mean, hit me, and then 10 seconds later, I figured out that she hit me pretty hard.
Yeah, that would. Wait a minute, don't they have like rubber or foam prop guns?
It was 32 years ago, Bill. I'm just telling you.
The government has stepped in since then.
Yeah, right.
Now, the rest of the story that he doesn't want to tell is what he must have said to that girl the day before.
Yeah.
No.
And the next day she accidentally.
No.
Yeah, okay.
So, Claire, you're going to go on and continue doing musicals in college?
Well, that's the plan for now. I hope to.
What was your favorite part of all your 17 musicals?
This one. Always say this one.
That is the right answer.
I've formed so many friendships through all these musicals, and even when I was 8 doing musicals, I still have some friends that I still keep in touch with. So I just love how many friendships I have because I just started doing musical when I was 8 years old. Like, it's just crazy to think about.
So it's Ariana, right?
Ariana, yeah.
How did you find the University of Texas?
Google.
And you just told your mom and dad, I'm going to Texas.
Yeah, I was kind of just like, I like their program. I'm gonna go. And University of Texas also has an amazing theater program down there.
And you're gonna participate in that?
I hope to. Oh yeah, for sure.
Bill, were you there at one point? Bill's lived in every city in the country.
I've lived in. I've been to Austin. I actually saw a Dixie Chicks concert in their.
Wait.
Yeah.
You went to see the Dixie Chicks?
I was working for a country music station.
Oh.
Dixie Chicks, and when they started out, they were terrific. It was, this was before Natalie shot her mouth off.
Oh.
And ended her career effectively right there.
I figured you were like a classical rock person. Or
well, I've also seen Bruce Springsteen 4 times.
Yeah, right.
So they have no idea who we're talking about. You do realize that.
They know who Bruce Springsteen is, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No?
She does.
1 out of 3.
Oh, my. Oh.
Well, maybe I shouldn't bring up all the times I've seen Chicago and Crosby, Still.
And you don't mean the musical, you mean the band.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly,
okay.
Yeah. So, is it a tradition in the theater community here that we do musicals in the spring?
Yes.
How far does that go back? I mean, or is it just one of those things that you've always done?
Yeah, you've stumped me on that one because I really couldn't tell you. It's just springtime is musical season around here, and I know that's not the case everywhere, but it has been in this area as long as I can remember.
So, Mr. Durso, when you started out at Uniontown, you said you were the what'd you do, lighting?
I started out as the lighting director.
And who was in charge?
Megan and Justin Cirillo were the directors at that time.
Oh.
And then she moved on. She got a position in another school district over at Albert Gallatin. And so that's what I then stepped
I only asked you that because at one time there was a lady at Uniontown. She was there for a long time, right?
Margaret Emerson.
Yes, and I didn't know if you took over or you
No,
interacted with her.
She had retired. She had retired before I transitioned. I was here in radio when she was there, and she is a legend in the district. In fact, our auditorium is named in her honor.
Right.
It's the Margaret Emerson Auditorium.
Yeah, the lighting director, though, is the guy you always went to if you needed your radio fixed or something.
Yeah.
'Cause they always had a truck full of electrical parts. You need a 14.2 ohm. Yeah. I got that. So, and you get to work now. Are the lights still the old-fashioned animals?
No, we're high tech now, man. Everything is digital now. It's all hit a button and amazing things happen with the lights. Yeah, so much easier and so much more impressive, and everybody. It makes a difference. When we go back sometimes and look at old videos of some of the older shows, and then we look at the shows now and go, how did we ever do that?
Plus, I guess the lights are LEDs and things like that. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so again, that has also changed in the world of musicals. We are talking with the folks from Matilda at Uniontown High School going on this weekend. You've got Ariana, Claire, and Christian, and Mr. Durso here on your local station, WMBS.
Hey, this is Jared. And I'm Chris from DeMarco's. Come for the food, stay for the experience. Featured on America's Best Restaurants, DeMarco's Bistro and Cantina features a full-service dining room, patio, and a 2-story bar for your enjoyment.
With daily lunch specials, you're sure to find something to satisfy your cravings. Monday wing nights, Taco Tuesdays, steak on Wednesdays, or chicken parm on Thursdays. DeMarco's also features live entertainment on the weekends. Check out the DeMarco's Facebook page for upcoming performances. Looking for something light? Stop by DeMarco's Sunday brunch for an assortment of mimosas, loaded Bloody Marys, wings, pizzas, sandwiches, and more.
If you're looking for a more mature experience, stop by Stick's Cigar Bar for a drink. With over 50 bourbons, several from PA distilleries, 20 scotches, a very well-curated wine selection, and a cigar selection that you won't find elsewhere. Open Fridays and Saturdays from 6 p.m. to midnight.
DeMarco's open Monday through Friday, 11 to 10, Saturday, 4 to 10, and Sunday, 11 to 8. For more information on specials and upcoming events, visit DeMarco's Bistro and Cantina on Facebook or call 724-438-1611.
Your mental health is your most valuable asset. With 55 years of experience serving Western Pennsylvania, Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services is ready and able to assist you with all of your mental health needs. Offering over 20 specialized treatments, open access, and just-in-time scheduling means that you receive the treatment you need in a time-conscious fashion. Chestnut Ridge Counseling now offers telehealth, mental health urgent care with immediate access to a mental health professional with no appointment necessary. Call 724-437-0729. That's 724-437-0729 for mental health urgent care at Chestnut Ridge Counseling. Outpatient care options include individual, group, and family therapies, mental health and psychiatric evaluations, and medication services. Outpatient care and services are also available for patients under the age of 18, geared towards youth-centric problems and concerns. Take control of your mental health care with Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services. Call 724-437-0729 to set up an appointment or speak immediately with a mental health professional.
Ready for an easier way to manage your cards? Get more power, peace of mind, and security with the new updated app from First Federal of Greene County. Set spending limits, view merchant details, subscriptions, and where your card is stored. Plus, turn off lost or stolen cards. It's card management on your terms. Download the updated app or visit ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729.
Did you know there's a place you can get good neighbor service and surprisingly great rates on home and auto insurance? That place is State Farm. Here's the deal. State Farm agent Bob Confer is your go-to agent in the Uniontown area for the service you deserve at the price you want. Stop shopping around. State Farm agent Bob Confer has you covered. Call 724-438-4477 for your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Having Hicksonbaugh's Drugstore in Uniontown means reliability, quality, and service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller fill your prescriptions, offer free prescription delivery, mail-out service, and gladly answer your healthcare questions. Flu shots, the new Moderna COVID boosters, plus Shingrix shots with your doctor's prescription are also available at Hicksonbaugh's. Call 724-437-2828. Hicksonbaugh's Drugstore, 304 Morgantown Street. Open Monday through Friday 9 to 6, Saturday till 3, closed Sunday.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown with 2 messages for March's Colon Cancer Awareness Month. Number 1, colon cancer is common and it's the 2nd leading cancer killer in America. Number 2, colon cancer is preventable by getting periodic colonoscopies with removal of precancerous polyps starting at age 45. To learn more or to schedule a screening, call 724-437-7677.
WMBS.
That, by the way,
The
is
Boss.
Bruce Springsteen.
There he was.
The Boss. What's on your mind? The Phil and Bill Show on your local station, WMBS. And Phil, you brought a room full of very talented people here.
I did. I want to tell you. So we all know my wife, Tricia, works at the school, and she went to Mr. Wilson and asked for you guys to come on, and he said, "Well, I thought they only brought on sports." So we don't know. we don't only bring on.
Apparently,
sports.
he's only listening to Jonathan Guth's show.
Well, we do sports here a little bit, Bill. We had the coach on last week.
That is true.
Yeah,
So-
this is our 2nd week of
And we have
Uniontown.
politicians on too.
When?
Oh, we've had the mayor on. we've
Yeah,
had
right.
county commissioners on.
So, Mr. Durso, you have a one act coming later in a couple weeks, right?
In about a month and a half, we're going to be doing a production of the comedy Clue, which is based on the popular Parker Brothers board game Clue. All those characters, if you've ever played Clue, Colonel Mustard and Mrs. Peacock and Mrs. White and all the rest of them, and it's a whodunit. You try to figure out who killed Mr. Body, and so that's going to run on Friday and Saturday, May 5th and 6th at 7 o'clock. Christian is going to be playing the butler in there. Ariana is going to be playing Mrs. Peacock in there as well. Claire White will be buying a ticket and coming to watch the show to support us.
I will indeed.
So there you go. So we're really excited about that because we haven't done serious plays in the past. We've done one act, little comedy skits in the fall, but we haven't done serious plays. So in December, for the first time this year, we did that. We did 12 Angry, if you remember the old 12 Angry Men.
That's a fabulous play.
We had an all-girl cast. So it was 12 Angry Women. Which is they have three versions of the play.
Yeah.
12 Angry Men, 12 Angry Women, 12 Angry People. We did 12 Angry Women, and then now we're going to do Clue for this one. So we're really excited about it.
Is
It
this
is
a real
absolutely funny.
whodunit, or
I mean, it's not
not one where the ending changes every night?
No, there's going to be the same
Like the
ending
movie.
both nights, right? It's not like the movie. However, it is like the movie. It's like one of the versions of the movie, almost word for word. So if you were a fan of that movie back in the '80s, you're going to absolutely love this. It's very high energy. It's absolutely hilarious. They have a blast doing the parts because you just get to be an absolute idiot, right?
It's like those English farces where people are running across stage and slamming doors.
Right.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
You do exactly.
So
that.
you
and you get to scream a lot.
I scream every other line.
So you guys will be
Okay,
back
show us
for
how
that.
you scream.
Oh, I'm just like, ah! Like, all the time.
I don't think you want that.
No, I get really loud, especially in the musical, too.
Yeah, you've got to carry it to the back of the house. So yeah.
So you guys will be back for that. I'm sure we're going to bring
Love
you
to come back. Sure.
And so we are talking to the cast of Matilda, and the show goes on tonight, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 7 o'clock. You get your tickets on showtixforyou.com, or you can walk up and drop $15 at the door, and you can go in. Now, this has been a busy time for Uniontown. The week started out with a PIA game, which was a little disappointing, but we were all there and cheering them on.
No, they had a great year.
Final Four, nothing wrong with that.
Nothing
right?
wrong with
Absolutely.
it. Last public school in, I think. And shout out to them. And Claire, you were busy today. What would you guys do? A blood drive over to school?
Yeah, National Honor Society was sponsoring a blood drive, so we were working that.
And there was a food drive last week. We had them on, right, Bill?
Yeah, collecting the food. Yeah.
Saturday, I think.
Yeah, Saturday was a food drive. So
The Interact Club, right?
the Interact Club, yeah. So we've been pretty busy over at this school, and we come back anytime, and we can't wait to. I'm going to try to get to the theater. I got to talk to the boss and see when we can go, but we'll try to get there. So, Mr. Durso, what makes you the proudest when you see this? I mean, like tonight, tomorrow night, Saturday night. What's gonna when are you gonna realize that you're done? You're not nervous anymore?
Okay, you're trying to get me to be emotional. I see what you're doing there, Barbara Walters.
Yeah.
So what makes me the proudest, honestly, is when I get to see the seniors who we've had as freshmen, and I get to see how much they've grown, and it takes me back, and I think of when they were a freshman, doing, in this case, Little Shop of Horrors, which would have been the year that Claire and Ariana were freshmen, and I remember their roles then and how they've progressed, and just all the memories of having had them for those years. So each year, it's just that's what gets me, and that's what fills my heart with pride.
That and when
gets me a little emotional.
When the former seniors come back to visit, because there's something
Same.
about drama groups that you always go back and visit.
Oh, absolutely.
And one of the nice things about doing drama is that you realize that there's a whole lot of other things you can do without being an actor or an actress. is actress allowed anymore?
We just call them all actors.
All
Everybody's an
actors,
actor
okay.
now.
Anyway,
Yes,
but
absolutely.
you know, like you can do lighting or you can do sound.
Stage crew, they're
Stage
just
crew.
as important to the production as everybody else. Somebody has to get those curtains open, and somebody has to hit the spotlights at the
Yeah.
right time, or else
It's
we
a
don't
team
see them.
effort.
So yeah, everybody is important. Yeah.
So the stage crew and the sound are all kids too, students?
Stage crew is sound. Stage crew are students, all students. Our sound person is a student. Our lighting person is a student that we've actually borrowed from Laurel Highlands High School, who's come over to do the lighting for us. It was set up by, we have professionals that come in and set it up. But
Yeah.
as far as running it, it's all student led. The pit is our adults. But other than that, everything is students.
What do you mean the pit?
I'm sorry, the musicians and that play the
orchestra.
the music, the orchestra. We call them the pit.
Oh, those are adults.
Yeah,
Oh.
we've had students in the past as well. We've had mixtures, but this year everybody is an adult.
So they're all volunteers?
They get a little stipend. We give them a little bit of money for their time, but they don't get nearly as much as what they're not getting rich doing it. It's
Yeah.
a labor of love.
They're not getting scale, is what you're saying.
There you go. There you go.
So,
And then you have most of the show is sponsored, or you raise money, right?
We through donations, corporate donations, a lot of the businesses in the area, too many for me to sit here and mention, but obviously if you come and buy a book, you would see all of them listed. But yeah, lots of sponsorships, lots of people who help us out financially, because we are primarily self-sustaining. We keep the show going through ticket sales and through donations.
By the way, if somebody wants to become a sponsor or make a donation to you for future productions, how do they get a hold of you?
Call the high school, ask for Mr. Wilson or Mr. Durso. We will be happy to talk.
And the same thing when the kids come around selling the ads for the program, it's a great buy because it just shows your community that you're supporting them.
Absolutely.
Are some of the songs tougher to sing than others?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what's the toughest song?
Personally,
for each of you,
Act 2, my Trunchbull's big turning moment when she's like really angry at these kids. She sings a song called "The Smell of Rebellion," and the original song, the role was written for a man, so we had to transpose it up to five, like the octaves. They just kept going up and up and up. So when you go up and up and up, the voice has to go up, and I sing pretty high, but
you have to belt it out too.
I
right?
do, yeah.
What's the toughest song for you?
My toughest song is also in Act 2. It's called My House. It's kind of Miss Honey's, again, turning point from when she's realizing all of the horrors she endured during her childhood and how it relates to Matilda. And it's just a really emotional song, and you have to portray that emotion so the audience feels it also. And it's a very hard balance to get, but...
And Christian, what's your favorite song or toughest song?
I'll be a little bit biased towards myself and say Telly. It's not in Act 1 or Act 2. It's actually in the intermission. So if you go, be mindful that they're going to say it's 15 minutes and it's actually a 10-minute intermission. Because we all know that you want to come see me, and that's what it's all about all the time. But it's kind of not really related to the plot at all. It's just Mr. Wormwood having a good time and being the little... I don't even know what
the
he's
intermission crowd.
So I had a question come via text. Where do they enter for this? Is it
Where do they enter?
Yeah, is it in the back?
In the parking lot. The parking lot next to the football field.
Right.
You'll come through our cafeteria area, and there's security there. They'll guide you through. You got to go through the security checkpoints, and then from there we'll just guide you up to the auditorium.
Okay, so you park off of Grand Street.
Yes.
Right. So you park off of Grand Street and come in through the cafeteria. You'll see everyone. Do not enter in the front. That's where the
Won't get in that way.
You'll
have to walk all the way around the building.
Right. So park on Grand Street. So it's 7 o'clock tonight, Thursday, Friday, Saturday at Uniontown High School over here on Fayette Street, and we can't wait to see the cast of Matilda.
And how can you get a ticket once again?
Showtixforyou.com.
Or at the door.
SHOWTIX is it the number 4?
Yes. And the letter U.
Letter U. So what? Prince wrote that up.
Exactly.
Show Tix.
And I was informed I'll be there tomorrow night.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, guys, thanks so much for having us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Chuck Durso, Ariana Frankenfield, Claire White, and Christian DeVinson with the cast of Matilda at Uniontown High School this weekend, and we look forward to seeing you again, and look forward to you to seeing get your own sitcoms and the whole thing. Thanks, guys. It's been really great.
Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Had a blast.
Phil, it's we will do this again.
See you next week, Bill.
We
All
will
right.
do this again next week. It's What's on Your Mind with Phil and Bill on your local station, WMBS Uniontown. It's 3 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Staples.
I'm Stacy Lynn in Washington. Should tick